not have been born with a crown, but this country relies on my money. Let him talk like a king. Your wedding won't happen until I say so.
The very strong-willed Queen Catherine is not a woman to be trifled with in the new CTV period drama Reign. She is portrayed, of course, by Gemini award-winning Canadian actress Megan Follows. Megan joins me in the studio this morning. And, you know, I know both your Gemini wins came from Anne of Green Gables, and I'd be remiss because people are looking and saying, oh, look, it's Anne and she's growing up. You must still get that, do you?
I guess I do.
Yeah,
I just did.
Yeah, what a launch you've had. Now, I wanted to ask you about Reign because when I think of Reign, of course, and this isn't medieval in the terms of Game of Thrones, but certainly the public has an appetite for these type of period pieces now.
It's fun right now. Yes, there seems certainly it was with the Tudors, Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
and then of course even going back far, the Vikings.
Yeah. So tell me about this role that you've taken on in this television show.
Oh, it's a fantastic role. It was Catherine de Medici, so I'm the mother-in-law, the future mother-in-law of Mary, Queen of Scots, and my son Francis is engaged to her, and she's a very complex, multifaceted woman.
And this is kind of a very international cast that they've assembled for this. So is that something different to be working with actors from so many different countries? I mean, you know, I realize you're an actor and have done a lot of acting, but now you're dealing with people who may do things a little bit differently.
You know what, actually, it's quite familiar to me because that happens a lot. We tend to do a lot of co-productions in our work, particularly in Canada. I did a show, World Without End, which we shot in Hungary a couple of years ago. And you had actors from Britain, you had actors from Austria, you had actors from Hungary, you had actors from the United States, from Canada. So actually, I think Canadian actors were very lucky. Co-productions are a big part of the way we work. And we get to work with fantastic people from all over the world.
So I know that you've been doing a lot of stage work in and around the Toronto area with the Soul Pepper Theatre for the last couple of years. So what was it about this that got you back to, and I guess we could call this episodic TV?
Yes, we can call it that. Fantastic role, just fun. I started my career working in television and film, so I've always loved working in all mediums, and this was just a fantastic project, and so I'm really grateful.
Now also, and you were telling me earlier, the pilot was shot over in Ireland. But now, a lot of this is going to be continue to be shot right here in Toronto. So working close to home on a show like this, it's really win-win here.
It is fantastic for me. I mean, first of all, we have a phenomenal crew, an incredible cast. Our studio is really impressive. The sets are just unbelievable that have been built, and again, it's fantastic. We do most of our work here now, and then we get to do little trips to Ireland as well.
Now, what's a shooting schedule like for a show like this? Because you said you've done 7 episodes already.
Yeah.
You have 6 more to go. So what's the time frame for shooting? How long does it take to shoot one episode? Because this looks like a very involved show with lots of, you know, really, I mean, lots of costumes, lots of makeup.
Yeah, this is sort of the million-dollar, literally, question you're asking here. How many days does this take to shoot? I mean, we're working on about a 7 or an 8-day schedule, which is very tight. We're putting in very intensive hours because really the look of the piece is incredibly important. It's one of the characters in the piece, is this environment, is this castle, is what these people are reigning over. So it's definitely an intense labor of love.
You know, and I guess is there time to do more than one project at a time, or when something is this big, this is what you focus on?
Well, right now, this is definitely what I'm focusing on because time-wise, it is all-consuming. So I think as actors, we always try to think we can do is whatever we can, as much as we can. But right now, definitely, this is the world.
Right there. Well, Megan, it's nice to see you.
It's lovely to see you.
And continued success with this. It sounds good. Looking forward to it. Debuts in October.
Yes.
On the CTV. Yes, Reign. Wednesday, October 16th at 8 on M3. Visit ctv.ca for your local listing.